Hey guys, it's me here. Tonight I'm going to talk about a little bit about the Undertaker. Really, currently watching, WrestleMania. It's another crap event. It's better than what last year's was, but it's still a piece of crap. Sadly, Undertaker's match wasn't all that good. But I mean, don't slam me. I know why it wasn't good. He's not even up to 50%. But you know what? It was all right for a man who's not even he's barely half what he should be right now. It was all right. At least fireworks weren't botching tonight. At least people weren't botching every 2 seconds. A lot of matches were very slow paced. They didn't look that good. But anyways, I'm here to talk about Taker. First off, I'm really pissed off about his actual theme, his promo theme that he has from 331 or whatever the frig it was. You actually have, it sounds like Johnny Cash, maybe, I don't know, some country hick singing his friggin' theme. Like, really? It's like a knee slapping, toe tapping, good time. I feel like I want to do a hoedown, start blowing in a jug, and move to Alabama and have sex with my cousin. What the hell's that about? Like, Undertaker's theme, it's like a funeral march, and then Thunder and Lightning was added, then he was speaking in tongues, and then, you'd hear Dragon Roar, or Monster Roar, or whatever in a promo, and it was just very scary, not some country music jamboree thing. Like, what the hell's that all about? I'm very pissed off by that. That's not The Undertaker. I know why they have that theme. Ever since 2004, WWE has been slowly writing a story movie for The Undertaker where it's just actually going to explain his gimmick, how he's this quote-unquote dead man, that in the movie he was a sheriff of an old western town in the in the mid-1800s or whatever it was, and he died, but he made a deal with the devil to take his revenge on people in wrestling or something that makes no sense. I don't know how you could tie in a western sheriff in with the Lord of Darkness, but whatever. That's who the Undertaker, who he answers to, and that's the main theme that's supposed to be the theme for the movie. I guess they must be getting closer and closer to doing the movie, and Taker didn't want to do the movie until he retired, so my guess is within a year or so they're going to be doing the movie. I figure Taker will go 20-0, and then that'll be it. Actually, what I'm really going to talk about is a lot of news that has not actually broken out at all in the wrestling world. The original storyline for Sting versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 27 here, there's actually a storyline right behind it. Even though, TNA screwed up earlier and started a main event Mafia angle before anybody was even really signed. Well, WWE had started a Sting versus Undertaker angle before Sting was even signed. It just wasn't leaked out. TNA leaked it out on purpose. WWE did not leak it out. The original 331 promo that you see, I have sources from within WWE, around WWE, that it was supposed to be Sting. The first promo was supposed to be Sting. And Sting had declined, and he declined a couple times. He declined the main offer, and WWE switched it at the last, kind of couple minutes that it was actually going to be The Undertaker. They did the promo a couple weeks before I think 2 weeks before they actually before they actually debuted it. Sorry. Interesting thing about Triple H even runs into this whole storyline between Sting and Taker. Triple H was going to be at WrestleMania. He wasn't actually going to be against The Undertaker. Him and Shawn Michaels are going to have some type of a D-Generation X segment. I don't know if that means they would have wrestled or whatever, but at 331, when Undertaker came out, Sting was supposed to come out right after that, not actually Triple H, and Triple H was actually supposed to come out right after Sting, which I guess would have, I don't know what that was supposed to be about, or whether that would have been hinted towards a triple threat, I have no idea. Getting into the Sting versus Undertaker storyline, but yeah, they had the storyline that Sting was actually going to come in at 331 as well as the Undertaker, and they would have had a square off and a nose to nose type of idea. And apparently the idea was pitched. It wasn't saying that that was exactly going to happen, but the idea was pitched to Sting himself is, well, would you come on board with WWE, you know, if we let you win the match against Taker at Mania? And apparently Sting's response is, you know, I don't think it'd be a good idea for somebody outside the company to just sign in on the company and a month later beat the streak. Sting doesn't really believe anybody should beat a streak, and he doesn't think that somebody on the outside of the company who comes in for a month shouldn't be able to beat a streak. They weren't saying that was going to happen, but I guess they kind of tried to tempt Sting with that idea. But yeah, more that Triple H ties into the storyline is Triple H's beginning theme before the Time to Play the Game theme was actually Metallica. Interesting thing is Metallica was actually signed for WrestleMania before Metallica was doing Triple H's theme. What was actually supposed to happen was Metallica was going to be doing Sting's theme. So there's more proof there that Sting was actually, that it was highly expected he was going to go to WWE. WWE had apparently hired Metallica to do Sting's theme from WCW, his last theme, which was actually played by Metallica, that they were going to do his theme live, and since Sting didn't show up, they had to do some random thing with Metallica now that they had them signed and they were under contract, so they gave it to Triple H, that whatever the hell that beginning thing was. So that's where Metallica comes into play with, I mean, why randomly have Metallica doing Triple H? That makes no sense. But, like I said, I found out of my own story, my own sources, that Metallica was signed before Sting had denied, and Metallica was going to be doing Sting's theme. Very interesting. There was also talk about what was actually probably going to happen at Mania was Sting wasn't going to defeat The Undertaker, and The Undertaker wasn't going to defeat Sting. What it was rumored to be from my sources was that it was going to be a last man standing match, and what was supposed to happen is that they would both be down at the count of 9, they'd both get up and both fall over again at the same time at the count of 10. The ref would have ended the match, but they never announced who won. It was supposed to be a huge controversy thing, whether it was a draw, whether Taker lost, whether Sting lost, and that's pretty much as far as the storyline went. They didn't continue on with it. My guess is they were going to continue on with that storyline into the next couple months if Sting had signed, whether Sting had won it, whether Taker had won it. Video evidence saying Sting hit the ground first, so Taker won, or Taker hit the ground first, so Sting won, but Sting wasn't actually supposed to win at Mania if he did sign. They tempted him with that offer to see what he would say. But it was actually going to be The Undertaker who had beaten Sting in the last man standing, but it would have been such a controversial thing and people would have been up in arms about it and watching WWE to see, you know, where it's going. Did Taker win or did Taker lose, you know, by WWE official? And it's really a great marketing idea to get fans to watch. Is, oh my God, did Sting just beat The Undertaker? You have half of the WWE saying, yep, Sting beat him, and the other half saying, nope, he didn't. And they could have carried it on for a couple months and then, you know, eventually have, nope, it was Taker, you know, Sting hit the mat first. That's going to be the confirmed thing. That's the idea. That's where it's going. Very interesting WrestleMania storyline right there. That's a lot, you know. I am mad The Undertaker's theme, but you know, whatever. Metallica was there to actually do Sting's theme originally. I mean, so they had this whole Sting. I mean, they had the storyline set up at least till Mania, you know, of what was going to happen. It was the last man standing. You know, it was supposed to look like a draw at first and then pan it out over the next couple months. Good idea. Very interesting. I would have loved to see it. It would have been a lot of controversy and would have made a lot of money. But anyways, I just wanted to share with you the little bit of a story that I've been working on. There's the full storyline, and it's brought to you by EHWF, the president here, Andrew. I'm the one that brought it to you first. It's not on any site. It's something I found out, did a little bit of my own exploring with the connections I have within the wrestling world, and talking to the reporters that I know and the people I know, and that's the storyline. That's what I've heard, that's what I've gotten, that's what was supposed to happen. What are your guys' thoughts on it? Honestly, I'd really like to know.